This week I found an old lamp in the workshop and I decided not to throw it away. I'd see if I could make something of it. A few years ago I made a bird box out of a teapot. So this week I'm making a bird box out of an old lamp. So let's go to the workshop and see how we do it. This is one of the lamps that was outside years ago, and we replaced it with one that had got sensors in. This was just a standard lamp on-off switch. So it's been hanging around for about 8 years, and I thought, what can I do with that? Because I'm not going to use it on the house. I didn't want to throw it away, so I thought I might be able to make a bird box out of this. Now what I'm doing is stripping it down. I've already taken the glass out, and I'm just holding the lid on so I could show you what it looks like in its original state. There's just 2 screws in the top. Take the top off, and that comes off. Then we're left with a frame and the part that held the glass. Now this will unscrew, and this bottom bit will unscrew. There's a nut in there that will come out. Broken it down into the various parts. So with the part that goes on the wall, I'm not going to alter anything on that. I can leave that just as it is. All I'm going to do with this part, and this will go on the top part. The reason for that is when it's up that way, for the birds to nest in here, it's a bit small at the bottom, but if you turn it upside down it makes it bigger. So that can go on there, and that will fit on there. So I'll reassemble it now. This part can go back on the bottom. This will screw in here. The top will now go on the bottom part, and then another nut inside to hold that together. Well, that's fitted on the bottom. This will go inside there, and I'll need to put some sealant round the base here to stop the water getting in, and just make a couple of notches in the side to let the water drain out. This can go back in the top, and put the other nut in to hold that on. So what I need to do now is to cut some plywood out for the panels. Okay, so this is a piece of plywood I'll use. If I use this side, and what I need to do, here's the glass that came out of the original one. So I'll put the glass on the plywood and draw around it to get the shape. That's right on a knot there, so I'll try the other end. I'll get that side level with the edge. Draw around the top, down the side, and across the bottom. Now before I start cutting, I want to make sure that it's as safe as it can be on the bandsaw. And having this big gap here is a bit dangerous. If you move or slip, you'll get your fingers under there straight away. So what I need to do is lower this down as far as it'll go, so there's no way I can get my hand in there. Just want to get a piece of wood underneath. And I'll start by cutting down to here, then I'll cut along here and come across here. Okay, this is the frame. Here is the bottom part of it, so this has to fit in between these two pegs onto that locator. And on this one, which is the top, it has a slot in there for this to fit into, and two guide pieces on the side. So I need to take a little bit off the thickness here with the slot, and then once that's fitted in I can measure it up. Okay, now I've finished all the woodwork, fitted the panels in, and I've left the one out for the entrance. So first thing I want to do, I've made a piece of plywood that just goes inside here to fill the base in. So what I want to do is secure that by putting some silicone sealant just on a few spots. Just put a bit on there. A bit on the opposite side. Put this in. It's just to hold it in place, stop it falling out. Now I'll just put some sealant to hold the front panel in. Put the front panel in. I have to get the holes lined up in the edge. Now I need to seal around this edge. Now I'm using one of these silicone sealant scrapers. What I'll do This is a 45-degree angle on there. Just put that into the, scrape it down. Wipe the excess off. Okay, put some sealant around the edges. Okay, I've put sealant around the edges, so I'm just going to let that dry before I scrape the bits that have gone on the wood. That's the finished box with the sealant around the wood. All the panels are in. That's ready for putting on the wall. Oh well, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it, hope it was useful, and we'll see you next time on Enots Engineering.